Hello, Natchez. This is Elizabeth with the Downtown Natchez Alliance, live on this beautiful Good Friday before Easter. We have with us here Miss Kathy Fitch of Hoofbeats and Paw Prints and Miss Lauren Richard from Concordia Bank, and most importantly, Miss Clover. Clover is running for pet mayor in the Natchez pet mayor election. Clover is available for adoption through Hoofbeats and Paw Prints, and we are just thrilled to have you and Clover here this beautiful afternoon, Miss Kathy.
Thank
and
you.
Want to know a little more about Hoofbeats and Paw Prints, and then about Clover.
Okay. Hoofbeats and Paw Prints Rescue, we abbreviate it HPR. We work in the community, across the Miss Lou community, to try to pull animals that are pets that do not get adopted from local shelters. We try to pull them into our shelter and find placement for them. We also take a lot of unwanted pets from the community, dogs and cats mostly. Right now we're taking in a lot of kittens. Our shelter census is around 200.
200 animals at your shelter, like right now?
Yeah, most of the
Wow.
time. I'm not sure the exact number today, but quite frequently it's around 200. It fluctuates widely. We place most animals by transporting them to other communities, to no-kill shelters where they can be adopted, where there's more adoption interest. Most of the animals that we take have had no interest here, have had no adopted.
And then you'll
interest
take
here.
them and place them in other places.
Right.
Now, I think there's been a bit of interest in Clover, and obviously quite a bit of community interest as well. She's running quite high in the rankings for Natchez Pet Mayor election.
That's wonderful.
But some of the biggest interest we've had is in her being a dog up for adoption. If you follow different ones of us on Facebook, she had her own little reels. I heard she was quite a star at the event you had lately. Yes?
Right. The Marty Paws Parade.
Yes.
Yes. And she went to the Pet Sense Adopt-a-thon Saturday.
That's where I saw her online.
Right.
Yep. She's just
Right.
quite the little star, I
Right.
think, online, and would be an amazing addition to anyone's household. Tell us a little bit about Clover and how she would be absolutely fit for political office.
Well, Clover is about 3.5 years old. She's been a shelter resident for about 2.5 years. She is, she's had a lot of experience, I guess, both before she came into our shelter and then since. She was a single mom when we got her. Her family had abandoned her, so she understands a lot of social issues. She raised her puppies, and then she was treated for heartworms. She's now heartworm negative, but she does understand a lot of challenges that people have. And she also understands being overlooked and, unwanted. So she's had a lot of adversity, but she's a cheerful dog in spite of that. She loves people, and she is a good listener.
Sounds certainly like she's an overcomer,
Right.
and
Right.
here can definitely be empathetic.
Exactly, that's a good word
Yeah.
for it.
I watched her earlier as someone walked by with another dog, and she was curious, but still, mildly cautious, but sweet as well. And then she kind of backed up next to Miss Kathy's leg and looks like, I got you, you got me, I got you kind of thing. It was super cute. So we look at her, just as comfortable as she can be right here on the sidewalks of Main Street, right here in the middle of Natchez. Here's this sweet girl ready for you to come. I mean, she'd make a wonderful little Easter egg, wouldn't she?
Absolutely. She would love to go home for Easter.
If someone were interested in adopting Clover, would you tell us kind of how that process goes?
Sure.
Or any of the other 200 pets there at the shelter. Thank you very much. But how does that work?
Just contact HPR. We're on Facebook, and we also have a website. There's a number you can contact us by, and just make an appointment. Call us and let us know what you're interested in adopting, and we'll set up an appointment if we've got an animal that fits the bill. Most of the time, we have a lot of calls about people wanting to place animals. Not a whole lot of calls about people wanting
Adopting.
to adopt.
And I was surprised when we talked a little bit earlier that she said Clover was more considered a large animal, and to me I'm like, mid-size maybe? Like, she's not that tall, right? She's thick now, she's healthy,
Right.
but that because she is a little larger in size, sometimes that puts them at a disadvantage.
It does.
But to me I was like, that's not big, but I guess it just depends.
She's not
on...
huge, but she's a large adult dog. There's over 100 dogs about this size that are waiting for adoption in area shelters, not just HPR, but in others as well.
But mature,
Right.
right?
She's
You're not
an
going to have
adult.
to worry about all that puppy stuff,
Past the
because
puppy stage,
she's
yeah.
Exactly.
definitely past the puppy stage, and just seems like a wonderful, calm, sweet girl. And I could see by her sweet characteristics why y'all would choose a dog like Clover, but just, accolades to Concordia Bank for deciding to partner with DNA with this fun fundraiser, but also with raising awareness and supporting hoofbeats and paw prints, and raising awareness of the many animals, but most definitely Clover, who's here for adoption. Would you tell us a little, please, about Concordia Bank and all of its wonderful things it does to contribute to the community?
Of course. So Concordia Bank is very passionate about giving back to the community. Anything from sponsoring pageants locally. We're very involved in the schools, churches, events such as the running for the Natchez Pet Mayor. Every little bit counts. Again, we're very passionate about that, and we're very passionate, me especially personally, I've always been very big on adoption. All of my animals have been adopted, so we're just more than happy to represent Miss Clover and hope she finds her forever home.
And thank you so much for doing that and all that Concordia Bank does for our community. We, as a family, have had many interactions with Concordia Bank and appreciate all of those. Just some wonderful people that work there, and thank you for all you do for the community. Want to just make sure that we let you know that Clover is ready for a home. Clover needs a family. And if you would reach out to Hoofbeats and Paw Prints, you can Google it online. You can find her on social media. I think she's got her own little hashtag by now, right?
I'm not sure.
And thank you, Ms. Fitch, and your husband, and all that y'all do for those that need their forever homes. So we appreciate you. We want to also thank our sponsors, Taco Bell, Concordia Bank, UMB, the Natchez Democrat. Go online to natchezpetmayor.com, vote for Clover or any of your other pets that you are wanting to help support through the election. The election will end April 26th. We have this kind of grand finale partnering with Poochapalooza and with the Humane Society. It'll be on the Bluff. We'll have Meet the Candidates. It'll be so much fun. We appreciate you from the Downtown Natchez Alliance, Concordia Bank, Hoofbeats and Paw Prints. We hope you have a wonderful Easter, and thank you for joining us.